Something hit me hard in the chest. Where are you from, I thought. You see, I wanted this pounding in my chest to say she was from the interior of Argentina. And all that's another story for another day. She said Santa Fe, and the pounding got harder. Time passed, and sometime later I grabbed her hands at the international airport in Buenos Aires and kissed her. And yes, she kissed me back. We fell deeply in love, and your family, the Sarsottis, the Cardins, the Pianos, the Rodals, and other families immediately enveloped me into the Sarsotti Cardin family, something that has never ceased since. Our first trip and first wonder together were the Falls of Iguazu. This would become the first of many. You then had extraordinary courage. I lived in Brazil and you in Argentina. You asked me if I loved you, and I said yes. You resigned your employment with ExxonMobil and said, I'm coming to Brazil. Now, that's my kind of leader. Your boss wasn't really sure at the time, but he is today and continues ever present in our lives. Brazil. Great opportunity, great people, and great work. A country where we visited all and saw the wonders it has to offer. Beaches, Pau de Açúcar, Cristo Redentor, Rio, Sao Paulo, and too many others to mention. We developed some amazing friendships that endure even strong today. We touched many people. We also had the opportunity to unite your family for the very first time. We did it, and it's held together ever since, and getting stronger even today. How you loved your mother, your father, mother-in-law, father-in-law, two sisters, brother, stepson, uncles, aunts, nieces, nephews, cousins, brother-in-laws, and sister-in-laws. Love which was soft, yet firm, when needed, but certainly unconditional. Spain. That first Christmas together, we were to join my family in Spain. Travel plans did not enable us to reach Spain at the same time, and you arrived one full day before me, not knowing most of my family. And to the very observant and protective eyes of my two sisters and mother, actually 3 sisters and mother. Can you imagine that? It didn't matter. I arrived the next day and it was all over and done. I wasn't really needed there. You'd already touched their hearts, and without me uttering one single word, were part of the Hedman family and will be forever. Transfer to Pennsylvania, yes. A small town called Yardley, Pennsylvania, from a small town called Rio de Janeiro. A great opportunity, great people, and again, great work. The first day was a Sunday, and at 8 p.m. all the restaurants were closed. We knew right then and there when we were no longer in Rio. And then it snowed. You were like a child with the first snowfall and wanted to go to the Caribbean when snow number 30 came along. I married you in Yardley. What a great day. Our home was open to all, and this is where many young foreign couples getting medical degrees spend their weekends and made it their home away from home, and today are practicing all over the world. It is also where you began to develop your deeper love for Jesus, where you began to see the wonderful fruits of giving, and where you developed a strong relationship with my son. We saw the wonders, Statue of Liberty, Empire State, the Northeast Forest, Niagara Falls, and many more. Fairfax, Virginia, our first time. We found a beautiful townhome close to the office. We thought it was so big, by the way, so expensive. But we didn't. As usual, we opened it up. We had to not only expand the backyard and finish it, but we also had to paint the garage a nice baby blue to host the large meals. But we made the best of it, and through that we developed many more experiences. We both worked at the office, so that was a special time for us. You also began to discover charity, and it motivated you. I could see it happening before my own eyes, and I stood back proudly. Then came lymphoma. Simply said, you grabbed it by the horns and beat it to the ground. Once that was won, came a life-changing question from, I'm sure, someone here today. Would you lead our business in India? I immediately said yes, and was asked if I should talk it through with you. I said the answer was an immediate yes, because I knew you so very well. You did not disappoint. India. Amazing India is the slogan successful in India, and if you're not willing to do so, go home. India changed both of our lives forever. The only thing you did not embrace was the spicy food. You embraced and hugged and loved everything else. Here is where your extraordinary passion for Jesus and charity blossomed. Whether it was the shelter project of Father Ravinda, Family Health and Education Center, Josephine's Kids, or Feeling India, you not only engaged, but led, organized, and established causes that are alive and well today. This is also where your passion for tennis returned, and you gained a new passion through a colleague of ours for golf that you went absolutely wild for. I don't know if anybody has ever gotten so good so fast at this game, but you did it. The culture, the weddings, the shopping, the hailing in bazaars, and Hindi, mind you, were all part of our day-to-day as we excelled in India. Our home was again open to all for many events, charity meetings, sales, and large meals that had never been held in homes like ours and are now being held because we led by example. Of course, many more wonders were in this assignment. Almost too many to mention. In India, one of many, the Taj Mahal. In China, the Great Wall. In Thailand, the temples. In Malaysia, the towers. And in Singapore, the whole place is a wonder. Then came that trip where you were coming home to be with one of our nieces for a special occasion. You arrived with fever. One of our dear colleagues and friend took you to the doctor and you had leukemia. But that didn't scare you. You looked it in the eyes and said, okay, and in good ExxonMobil disciplined fashion said, what do we need to do to fix this, and how do we get to gate 1 in this project? You were so courageous and survived the onslaught of a treatment and a bone marrow transplant, and were back to prayer groups, charity, friends, golf, and tennis. Amazing. Fairfax, Virginia, second time. After beating leukemia, you were back in the swing. You discovered the Lamb Center, and you grew spiritually by helping others. They are here today in your honor, my love. Tennis, golf, prayer groups, you engaged to the fullest, and they're here today, my love. Your mother and father died, and you stayed strong. Then came leukemia number 2. I'll never forget the meeting with the doctors. We were holding hands under the table. Roxana, you need to return to Argentina and make final arrangements as your battle is over. I asked her in Spanish, ¿entendés lo que están diciendo? You understand what they're telling us? In beautiful, crisp English, and with a stare down towards the doctor seldom seen in Roxana's eyes, she said, I understand exactly what he's saying, my love. He's saying I'm going to die. I will not die. No me voy a morir todavía. What do we do next? Tears of pride flowed down my face as your grip was getting stronger and stronger. We left immediately and set a new course. We looked and searched into ExxonMobil colleagues and friends were able to find an institution that would take the chance of healing you. We arrived at MD Anderson in Houston, Texas, almost 1 year ago today, and only with days left to live. It is 1 year later. What a year. 6 months ago, you were discharged ahead of schedule, having endured again the pain and agony of what medicine must do to attempt to cure this disease. But you took it all in stride and were ready to reach amazing next step. A 20-year-old angel who I do not know stepped into our lives over last Christmas and provided the life-saving miracle that gave you almost 10 more months to live. I will always be grateful to this angel. In Houston, our friends engaged and were there for us. I'm also grateful. The last 6 months, family, friends, a wide open house again, this time much larger so as not to have to use the garage. Many meals, a wonderful prayer group, U.S. Opens of golf and tennis, lots and lots of golf, Oakmont, Herndon, Jefferson, and who knows what other places. Setting up a place in Miami, planning the construction of a home in Argentina, and more charity. And what you most enjoy, outings with your nieces and nephews. You are, and always will be, Tia Roxana. Tia Roxana, to your 16 nieces and nephews. You love them unconditionally, like your own children that you could never have. They definitively you went to be with Jesus. So, we could be sad and grieving, and many of us are. Let's turn this into a blessing, into being blessed. I, Nathaniel Hedman, am blessed, because now Roxana lives through me. And each and every one of you is blessed because she can live through you as well. I can and want to pass Roxana forward. Let's pass this adventurous, strong, passionate, giving, Jesus-loving, kind, and fighting spirit forward to others in our future paths. She loved each of you, and you loved her back. And many that didn't even know her loved her. You are here today to honor her because she touched you in a special way. Pass Roxana forward. Pass Roxana forward. The multiplier effect we will have will be rewarding. I pledge to do so today, and I ask you to do so as well. I look forward to hearing the impact it will have. So back to where I started. This 10-plus year voyage, having left out many stops along the way for the sake of time, could be a 50-year voyage for many. So Roxana